Hi everyone, how was my last tutorial part? So let's have a look at adverbs in the sentences to describe the everyday activities. So everyday or the routine day is der Alltag. One activity is die Aktivität, plural die Aktivitäten. And the routine of the day or the flow, which is Ablauf of the day, is Tagesablauf. So Tagesablauf is the routine of the day, which is the same as the word Alltag, beschreiben. This is to describe, and this is a regular German verb. Also, it is a verb that uses the accusative case in sentences. So if I want to say I am describing the routine of the day, I will say ich beschreibe den Tagesablauf. So it is der Tagesablauf, but the article changes to den because the verb uses the accusative case in the German language. So let's have a look at some routine activities. Aufwachen, aufstehen. Both verbs are not only regular, but they are also separable verbs. So if you remember from my previous tutorial in which I introduced the category of separable verbs in German, these verbs have a regular conjugation pattern like all German regular verbs, but they are also separable verbs. So in a question, wann wachst du auf? It means when do you wake up, where auf is separated from the main verb wachen. Or wann stehst du auf? When do you get up? To which you can answer ich wache or ich stehe am Sonntag on Sunday, Sonntags, Sundays, morgens, mornings, meistens, mostly, täglich, daily, at 7 o'clock, 7 Uhr auf. So ich wache or ich stehe, you can add any of these adverbs or the day, or you can just simply say ich wache or stehe 7 Uhr auf. Moving on, Zähne putzen, to brush the teeth. Wie oft putzt du deine Zähne? How often do you brush your teeth? Putzen means to clean, and it is a regular German verb that will have the conjugation like all regular German verbs. Ich putze immer meine Zähne. Ich putze täglich meine Zähne. Or ich putze einmal or zweimal am Tag meine Zähne. So always, daily, once or twice per day. Moving on. Frühstücken. To do breakfast. Wann frühstückst du? When do you do breakfast? Ich frühstücke. So I do breakfast. Again, there are many possibilities. Am Wochenende. During the weekend. 8:30. At 8:30 o'clock. Or ich frühstücke oft. Ich frühstücke jeden Morgen 8:30. Ich frühstücke täglich. Or ich frühstücke täglich 8:30. Uhr can be added or it can be left out, assuming that it is the time that you're mentioning, which is obvious whenever the preposition is used and a number comes after it. So these adverbs or words like the days of the week can come before the time, or simply you can just say ich frühstücke 8:30. Moving on. Wie oft räumst du die Zimmer auf? Aufräumen. Aufräumen is again a regular but separable verb, which means to tidy up a messy place. So, for example, in this picture, tidying up this place would be aufräumen. So you can say, ich räume die Zimmer auf, where die Zimmer are the rooms, or you can add the adverb before the noun and say, ich räume nie die Zimmer auf. So this person can say, I never tidy up the rooms, or ich räume jeden Morgen, or täglich die Zimmer auf. Every morning, daily. Moving on. Wie oft sieht das Mädchen fern? The television set itself is the noun der Fernseher with a capital F because all nouns have the first letter in capital. Fernsehen is the verb, and it is not only an irregular verb, but it is a separable verb as well. Sehen means to see, and fern is a word on its own also. Fern means far, so it is like seeing far, but as one verb it means to watch the TV. And it is irregular because of the conjugation of sehen. I will cover the conjugation of the verb sehen, to see, in my later tutorial. Wie oft sieht das Mädchen fern? Sie sieht manchmal fern, or sie sieht jede Nacht fern. Sometimes or every night she watches TV. Moving on. Wann macht der Junge die Hausaufgaben? When does the boy do the homework? So doing homework is Hausaufgaben machen. To do Hausaufgaben, the homework. Macht in der Nacht die Hausaufgaben. So he does the homework in the night. Moving on. Wann or even wie oft putzen Sie die Wohnung? Both questions can be used often when we are trying to not only specify a certain time but how often a certain activity is done. Putzen, when it comes with the noun Zähne that I showed you before, means to clean the teeth, but putzen itself means to clean a place. So, to clean the apartment, die Wohnung. Sie here is not her but they. So, sie putzen am Wochenende or sie putzen freitags die Wohnung. They clean the apartment during the weekend or Fridays. So every Friday. Moving on. Again, wann or wie oft kochst du? When or how often do you cook? Kochen is a regular German verb. Ich koche am Abend. Ich koche abends. Ich koche jeden Abend. Or ich koche täglich. In the evening, evenings. So like every evening or daily. Moving on. Wann or wie oft kauft ein? Einkaufen is shop. So shopping is actually again a regular but a separable verb where the word ein will be separate from the verb kaufen. So kaufen in itself in German means to buy. When or how often does he shop? He shops am Mittwoch. Kauft am Mittwoch ein. Kauft täglich ein. Or even zweimal pro Woche ein. So he shops on Wednesday daily, twice per week. Moving on. Wann arbeitet der Mann? So the verb arbeiten, which is to work, is again a regular German verb. Der Mann or simply he arbeitet von Sonntag bis Donnerstag, from Sunday till Thursday, or you can say arbeitet von 8 Uhr bis 5 Uhr. He works from 8 o'clock till 5 o'clock. Now you can also combine both of these possibilities in one whole sentence Er arbeitet von Sonntag bis Donnerstag von 8 Uhr bis 5 Uhr. Moving on. Wann or wie oft schläfst du? Schlafen, which is the last activity for this tutorial part, means to sleep, and schlafen is an irregular German verb. It is conjugated just like the verb fahren, which is to drive, which I covered in my last tutorial. Ich schlafe manchmal früh. Ich schlafe manchmal spät. I sleep sometimes early, sometimes late. Or you can say ich schlafe jede Nacht früh. I sleep every night early. Or ich schlafe jede Nacht spät. I sleep every night late. So that was all for today. Any questions related to this whole tutorial, you can ask in the comment section. Do like my videos and continue watching the tutorials. Also, do not forget to subscribe and share my channel's name, link and my username German by Rabia with your friends. Thank you.